should try to become, at this point, 2006, universal man and universal woman. That's the way we should express it. That's the terms we should use from here on in. Because just to stand up in meetings and whatnot, I don't care if you're talking to the president or prime minister of Canada or whatever. I mean, and say, we as black people, see, it just sounds like you're really out of it. Because what they are doing, they're isolating strategically, just through the language and through the customs of white supremacy. They're slowly isolating everybody who's standing around talking about, I'm black. And why don't you all respect me as a black person? Because more and more people begin to look at us like we're some kind of freaks when we talk like that. Because they begin to say, respect you as a black person for what? I mean, you know, as a, you know, I can say, I can understand it. See, this is the way they'll be talking. I can understand if you say respect you as an astronaut, or respect you as an astrophysicist, or as an engineer. But you keep running in here talking about respect you as a black person, and shaking your fist in my face about it. And I don't see the logic of it. See what I mean? More and more people are beginning to see it, you know? I mean, because that's what we're saying. I mean, you know, just, well, you just can't, you just can't look at me like that. I mean, you know, you doing that because I'm black, and I mean, and you were going to respect me as a black person. I am not going to stand here in this airport and argue with you because you white, and you know. But I'm telling you, as a black person, and as you know. And then even other people who, Makakahs and, you know, Kafirs and all these other names they got for us, they stand there in the airport watching us too. And everybody else is, when they think that they're being insulted or something like that, they approach it with, you know, from a different standpoint. They'll say, I have paid my ticket.
Yes.
You know, but see, we're doing that 1960s thing. It worked beautifully then, okay? This ain't the 1960s. We got to get out of that. You know, we got to do some running and catch up, because we begin to sound like somebody who's retarded, okay? So, what do we replace it with if we're going to replace this fist in the air about blackness? We're saying we're going to try to be. We know what we are. We're victims of racism. That's who we are. But we're going to try to replace that with justice and become universal man and universal woman. Why? The logic. We're in the universe. I mean, since we got a wide open road for doing it, because the white supremacists are not trying to become universal man and universal woman. They are racist man and racist woman. They got there and stopped. We're supposed to go past that. And that's a different ball game altogether. Okay? And when they latch on, when they see that that's where we're going, see, they're going to watch it. They're going to start tailgating that immediately and jump on it. Because, see, they're practically doing that now, but they don't know how to go about doing it because they don't know what to call themselves at this particular point. They just say, we ain't racist. All right? Well, I'm white. You want me to apologize for being white and all like that? And some of us are still saying, yeah. See what I mean? Whereas that doesn't make sense. They don't have to apologize for being white. No. Why should they apologize for being white? No more than we should apologize for being black. Or brag about being black. That won't cut it. That's infantile. It's silly. Okay? You're ready to look at it. I mean, just flat out look at it from the standpoint of logic. But if you say, okay, if we are trying to be a people who are trying to do something nobody's never done before, and that's produce a product called justice. Never been done before in recorded history. Nobody's claimed that they ever had it. Justice, when you give it the definition, the compensatory definition, which is what I gave it. Why did I give it that? Because the one that they have, the word justice, does not have a legal definition. I didn't know that until 1994. No legal definition for the word justice. Okay? Everybody talks about it. They put it on the side of buildings and everything is in it, all the printing and whatnot. No definition. Like nigger, no definition. Okay? And word doesn't have a definition. You can do anything. You know, you can just go on and on and on. Ad infinitum. Okay? So I gave it, in the book I have it as balance between people. Since then, 1984, that was inadequate. So I put 2 parts, guaranteeing that no person is mistreated, part 1. Part 2, guaranteeing that the person that needs help the most gets the most help. I don't think it gets any better than that. Now, a person might say, well, you just can't go around making up definitions. Yes, you can. And you should. You absolutely should. Because there's a whole lot of words like affirmative action and all like that, civil rights, that don't have definitions, and if they do, the definitions don't make sense. If you have a civil right, that implies you can have an uncivil right. That doesn't make sense. You know, a right is a right, you know. You don't have to put civil in front of it. You don't have a right to be uncivil. So that's moot anyway. Okay? So justice is guaranteeing that no person is mistreated and guaranteeing that the person that needs help the most gets the most help. And we will do that under the banner of people who are trying to be universal man and universal woman. We won't be there until we actually have produced justice. It's never been done by white people or non-white people.